Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Homemaking with Irina. My name is Irina, and today I am super excited for this video that I'm going to make. So we're going to be starting or planning out my garden. So I'm actually pretty behind on starting seeds for my garden. It's March 25th already. I know you're supposed to start like anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks before your last frost date. So we live in zone 6B, and our last frost date is normally between April 19th to April 29th. But I usually, just to be safe, I usually start my garden anywhere from like second, third week of May. So I'm going to be starting some seeds today. Normally, so I've had a garden for 8 years now. This is going to be my 8th year. The first 2 years, I did do my starters from seeds. And then after that, I just bought starters already. But I have been inspired by, I found a YouTube channel on, I think last summer, end of last summer. It's called Acre Homestead. Becky, she is like, has my garden goals. Her garden is amazing. Like, my garden is definitely not anywhere close to that. I'm not knowledgeable in everything that she knows, and she does like all the gardening, preserving her own food, like my dream garden. So I've been a little bit inspired to kind of add on and expand my garden this year. So normally, especially for the last few years, what I do is we do a lot of cucumbers, tomatoes, and some zucchini. And then like I'll do 2 or 3 bell pepper plants. And then I've had a bad luck with doing like dill and green onions or chives. But last year I did two little hanging baskets with strawberries. I just got a few strawberries, but this year I've decided to expand and kind of rearrange my garden where I plant things. So I think I have some pictures from last year of my garden, so I'll try to insert it here so you can see. It's not very big, but normally where I put the cucumbers against it's like the back of the house. Normally I put like a trellis and we do cucumbers. I want to do some snow peas, or no, sorry, not snow peas, some sugar peas this year against that wall. And then I want to make a trellis, like an archway trellis over the little walkway, and then do cucumbers on both sides and have it grow around. Definitely tomatoes. I'm still going to do bell peppers. And then this year so Becky actually shared this on her channel. They are called green stalks. So I ordered one of those. They had a sale recently, and I ordered one of those. So I want to do some strawberries in there. I also, I'll show you all the seeds that I got. Want to do like some radishes, carrots, and some other things in the green stalk. I might add, I mean, if I don't have room in the garden, I'll probably add some more like containers, just to put it around there. I would like to do a little, like flower boxes or planter boxes off, we have like a covered patio in the back off one side, gets a lot of sun. So I would like to do maybe like some herbs or something that is just quick, that I can walk out to a deck, get what I need, and not have to walk out to the garden. I mean, it's not that far, but I'm thinking of doing that too. And then I also want to do some flowers this year. I've seen a few accounts on Instagram that have beautiful flowers, and kind of want to try it out this year. Just that way, you know, in the summer, I can go out there, pick some fresh flowers, have a fresh bouquet. Like, that just sounds wonderful. So I'm going to share what I got, and then we're going to start some seeds. So these are some things that I will not be starting seeds, so these just will go straight into the ground. Like I said, I I don't research any of this, or the only thing I researched was like the last frost date and then when I should be starting it. Like I said, I'm pretty late on starting the seeds, but so I'm gonna do some radishes. I want to try doing some onions, but I gotta find a place to do the onions. So I'm gonna try to do onions this year, so we'll see how that goes. Like I said, the sugar snack peas. I got more onion or green onion seeds, and then I'm gonna do some carrots. I already have some dill from last year, and it grows every single year. So I'm gonna grow some more just so that in the fall, or I can cut it down and kind of chop it up, freeze it. That way I have it available for the winter. That's kind of what I've been really bad about, doing that, because then I have to, you know, go to the grocery store every time I need a little bit of dill. And then for flowers, I got this cut garden mix with cosmos, zinnias, and tithonias. I think that's what they're called. It's kind of like it's a seed strip. So we're gonna try those out. And then I have these. So I bought these as favors for my baby shower probably a year and a half ago, and they were never used. But this is they're little papers that have seeds in them, and these are like wildflowers. So in here there are, let's see, snapdragons, petunias, beer tongue, daisy, thyme, poppy, foxglove, catchfly, maiden pinks, and chamomile. So I think this would be really cute to do, kind of like a wild little garden, but I have to find a place for these to do. So I figured I might as well use these up since they've just been laying around. And then I also want to do some lavender. So I was reading this today, and it actually says to start it indoors about 6 weeks before transplanting, but for better success with germination, fold a paper towel around seeds and place into a sealed plastic bag. Place in the freezer for 2 to 4 weeks, and then remove and before you plant it. And I'm like, I don't have that 2 to 4 weeks. So I'm gonna attempt to do like starter seeds from these, and then we'll just kind of see if they take or not. So these are what I'm gonna start today for seeds. So of course I got cucumbers, got 2 different varieties. This is like a pick a bushel variety. This is 47 days to harvest. 47 days to harvest. And then this cucumber garden bush pickle hybrid. These are 43 days to harvest. And then I got some tomatoes, some different varieties, some early girl hybrid, 52 days to harvest. And then some tomato Independence Day cherry, 75 days. Some red cherry large fruited heirloom, 70 days to harvest. And then I got some big boy hybrids, 78 days to harvest. I also got some red bell peppers, and then some zucchini squash. So last year, last 2 years, I had 2 plants of the zucchini squash, and it actually produces a lot. Like I could not keep up, so I'm not sure how many of these I'm gonna plant, just because they do take a bit of room. Like they are larger and they do take up more room. So I know I could probably do 3 on the one side where I normally put them, but then again, it's gonna be a lot of zucchini for us. I mean, I can always share with family and friends. That's what I did last year when I couldn't keep up with them. So I'll probably like do 2 or 3 again. So we'll see. All right, I think that's everything. So my one problem that I have with the gardening is I start really good, you know, get really excited for it at the beginning, and then come end of July, August, like, you know, it's hot, you don't want to be outside, you don't want to be gardening and stuff, and then it kind of, things start to overgrow and stuff, and kind of just forget about it a little bit. So that's one thing I want to work on, is trying to be consistent and you know, checking up every day. And then my kids loved it last year, like going out there in the evenings, picking, getting a basket, picking up some cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, and then watering the garden in the evening. So my kids love that. So I think it'll be super fun for them, especially my son's older. He was one. He was almost one last year. So now that he's almost 2, he'll be 2 in August. I think he'll enjoy picking all the little cherry tomatoes, even though they pick the green ones most of the time. So yeah, let's get started on that. This is what I picked up from Walmart. I got this little greenhouse kit. It has 16 pellets. So it's already ready. So you just put a seed in there. And then from what I understand is, until these sprout, they don't need to go under like a light or and under any grow lights. So we're gonna keep these down in the basement, and then as soon as they start to sprout, we're gonna get some grow lights until they get big enough to, or until it's May and we can transplant them outside. I also got these little Jiffy starters, a spray can, and then some organic starting mix. So let's get started here. So the first thing it says to do is to place pellets in a watertight tray and add 1.5 inches of warm water. Drain excess water when pellets are 2 to 2.5 inches tall. So these are supposed to expand. So add some water here. They are slowly starting to expand, so I'm gonna get those out of the way for now, let those expand, and then I'm going to start filling these with some potting mix. And yes, I'm doing this on my kitchen counter. So actually I decided I'm gonna do some extras just in case. I know my dad starts his seeds, starts his plants from seeds. So in case anybody else, because my father-in-law also has a garden, but I think he buys his starters. So, but they normally just do a lot of cucumbers and some tomatoes. So I do not care about wearing gloves when I garden. I prefer not to wear gloves. I don't care about getting my nails dirty. It's not that important. It's just dirt and it can wash away. I like to be able to feel the texture of what I'm touching, so it doesn't bother me at all. And like I said, I'm doing it on my kitchen counter. It's just dirt. It'll clean it up easily. They're actually all good now. So this is what they look like now. They're expanded. So it says to peel back the netting and fluff the peat. Now for this part, I didn't read the instructions fully. There was a little package that kind of put away to the side of some solution of what you're supposed to use. So you're not just supposed to use regular water, but there's a solution you're supposed to soak it in. So that's the only thing I didn't do, but they do end up turning out. They come with these little labels or little sticks to put in. There is this little card on the back that you can label what you grew, that we, you don't forget what's in each thing, but I'll probably lose it, so I'm not going to use this. I'll probably just use a piece of tape and a Sharpie and then just label the sides of. I'll probably do the same thing in each row. So I did put a few seeds in each little thing, because once they start growing and get a bit bigger, I will replant them or transplant them into another little container, and then kind of pick and choose, kind of weed out the smaller plants or the weaker plants and get rid of those, and then just use the stronger ones. And I did use these little white tabs that do come with it to label what each little row is. So I definitely don't need this many cucumber and tomato plants, and it definitely will not be, it'll be way too many for us. So I will probably give a few to family or friends or anybody who would like some starters. But then I also have that green stalk, so I might do a few tomato plants in there and just see how they do. After this, when I filmed this and doing this voiceover, I did put together the green stalk just to see how it is. And it's actually smaller than I imagined it would be. So we'll see how that works out. Now, as I'm doing this voiceover, I've used that spray bottle quite a few times, probably a week and a half now. And it does not spray that well. It just, the pressure of it is not very well, so I've had to water it, use a different water source. But in the video here, it worked well, but it hasn't been doing so well, so not a fan there. This is all I'm going to show today. I'm going to finish up the rest off camera, and then I will definitely be taking you along for this gardening journey this year. So hopefully everything goes well and these take, and we'll have some yummy vegetables at the end of the year or to enjoy throughout the summer. So I'm going to put these down in the basement, let them germinate, and then give you updates as we go along. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this kind of content, let me know down in the comments down below. And if anybody is starting a garden this year, what are you planting? Let me know down in the comments. And how long have you been gardening? Like I said, I don't do a lot of research on what I plant. It's kind of wish for the best kind of thing. But I definitely do need to start doing a bit more research. I definitely enjoy it. So I'll take you along for this gardening journey this year, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything turns out and we'll be here together for the successes and failures. So please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.